Welcome back to another episode of the Williams Pulse. I'm Bill.
And I'm Truett, here to keep you up to date with everything WBU.
And today we have Miss Angie.
Hello.
Welcome, Miss Angie.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
You got to break the
nervous.
ice. You got to break the ice somehow, and you just broke it, so it's all downhill from here into freezing water. That would be crazy. I've never polar plunged or anything, but the idea of being that cold. They say if you take a cold shower, you get it helps your skin tighten up or whatever. Like it's really good for you. And they say if you do it one time, then you can do it 100 times. But I've never had a cold shower on purpose, and I can't imagine. Every time I don't need a cold shower is when I have one. It's like the exact opposite of what I'm anyways.
They say it's really good for your health, though. So
I know. It's so weird.
maybe you should try it.
I wouldn't do a polar plunge.
I wouldn't either. They used to do them at Craighead Forest over in Jonesboro.
That's crazy.
Truett, tell us off with the news, buddy.
Well, this week is very exciting. We're having Spring Fling Week, which is a whole week of events happening here at Williams Baptist University.
Put on by the Student Activities Board and housing and campus life. And
So never a bored moment on campus, for sure. On Monday in Cash Wilson Hall, we're having the Burger Battle at 7 p.m.
He who wins becomes the Burger King. You like Burger King, Miss Angie?
Occasionally, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I like a Whopper with cheese.
Ooh.
Hey, there we go. Tuesday, we have a wiffle ball at 6 p.m. And then on Wednesday, Truett, take a stab at how to pronounce that word. Succulent potting. Miss Angela, what is succulent potting for those of us who don't know?
I'm assuming you're going to plant a plant.
Yeah.
I guess you're going to put some seeds in, or maybe a plant that's already growing and repotted or something.
That sounds like really fun.
That does sound like fun. And it's from 12 to 2, so right after chapel's over, you can do that in the grill. And then on Thursday and Friday, there is a theater production.
That's really exciting.
Miss California play. Well, good.
I'm excited. They're always great.
Are y'all going on Thursday or Friday?
I might go to both.
Ah, you did it. And what time does it start?
7:30 p.m.
All right, both nights. And then one of everybody's favorite events every year is happening Thursday morning. From 12 to 2, so it starts right at lunchtime. It is the annual petting zoo.
Yay. I'm really, really excited about that.
You've never been before?
I've never been.
I've been, but never petted anything. Miss Angie, have you been?
Yes, but I haven't. I really didn't pet any of the animals, and I stayed totally away from the snake.
Oh, yes, that you have to do that.
Yeah. Terrified of snakes.
Snakes are bad.
They let you hold it and put it around your neck and everything. And I'm like, nope, I'm out of here. So
Yeah. Has anybody ever died from that?
Couldn't do snakes.
no.
Yeah. Well, so that is Spring Fling Week. We have another big event going on, an admissions event next week on Thursday. It is Accepted Students Day. So students are coming to become official WBU students. They're going to register for classes, get their student ID, get their room assignment. I think we have like 80 people signed up so far. So the campus is going to be packed. The petting zoo is going to be extra wild. And yeah, it's going to be just a big week. And I'm looking forward to it. So, athletics. We have athletics going on too. Monday, there's a JV baseball game. They're playing Crowley's Ridge here at home at 12 and 2. And then Saturday, softball is playing Hannibal LaGrange here at home. And it's senior day. Doubleheader, 12 and 2. Come out and support the softball team. Should we move into the next section?
Now it's time for the hot take section.
Hot take.
Meetings that could be emails. Every office worker's nightmare. A 30-minute meeting to decide when to have a real meeting.
Wow.
So I don't work in the business world yet. Well, I technically do because I work in this office, but
Thank you.
y'all have worked in the business world a lot. Is this kind of annoying?
You probably experience it more than I do.
Yes.
Because your office is like right there. It's open. Everybody who's a business major just stops in. You have amazing candy and drinks.
I have about anywhere from 15 to 20 kids in there sometimes at the same time. They're studying, or they're trying to study, or they're, have group projects for their classes, or they come in for for candy or advice, or I've even prayed with a few. So, it's pretty cool. I love it.
Yeah. It seems like that place is like always hopping. But is it hard to get work done?
Well, sometimes, most of the time I just tune them out, turn around and at my computer and do what I need to do. But I have a lot of them that just come to talk, and Miss Parson tells me that's some of my mission. So
Yeah.
that's my mission field.
Are you in there a lot?
I'm in there all the time.
You're in
From the moment it opens to the moment it closes.
So
all the time.
When you're late for work, I should go look for you there.
Yes.
Okay.
You know where to find me.
Sloan 107.
Oh, yes. That's where he is. Well, I do find that there are times I'm in a meeting and I think this should have just been an email.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're meeting for no reason. Have y'all ever been part of a stand-up meeting?
No.
Everybody has to stand up, and the drive there is that nobody gets comfortable, and that way everybody's like itching to leave, so you don't waste time talking about things that are time wasters.
That's so smart.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good idea.
Yep. I used to be part of those. Maybe we'll have them again here one day.
Maybe.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'd be-
Yeah. But to be fair, okay, so I'm a morning guy, so I like to come in. I like to get all my projects in order, started, knocked out as much as possible, and then in the afternoon I like to switch into like social mode. So if you need something important from me, do not ask me 8:01 a.m. because that's when I'm like already irritated that I'm having to talk, but I'm also like I got a task I want to get done. Let's just get it done. So and usually meetings are in the morning or before lunch, and so like that's when I'm like I don't want to be here. Like let's just all stand up. Let's get out of here. So, but where do you guys land?
I'm a sitter downer.
Okay.
I also do really like emails that are very pinpointed.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to say I would much rather somebody, because sometimes, especially myself, I don't know what to, I know the combination of what I want to say, but it's so much easier to just write it down and send it. So I'd almost say I'd rather get an email or send an email than have to say it in person.
Yep. Well, college hack time.
College hack time. Warm rooms make you sleep, but if you study in a cool room, it keeps you alert and awake.
Okay, that's a unique college hack.
That is a unique college hack. I feel like it's the reverse for me, I'm going to be honest.
Me too. That's what I was thinking. I sleep with a fan on my face at night because I want it cold in there.
Me too. I like the sheets to be a little bit cool, and
Me too.
I mean, you want to be warm, but you don't want to be too warm because then it just gets uncomfortable.
Well, then you got to kick a leg out from under the cover,
Yeah.
And
then the boogeyman might get you. I have to sleep with my feet covered.
Did you read the article about the babysitter who was showing the kid that she was babysitting that there's no monster underneath her bed? And they looked down there and there really was a guy hiding underneath the bed. Did y'all read that a couple weeks ago?
That'd be terrifying.
I would have burned the house.
You would just never. I mean, have y'all seen the movie Flubber?
Yes.
With Robin Williams
Yes.
and that kid? He's like, there's nothing outside. And then like the car's like flying outside and the bad guys are outside. It's like just constantly like, can't believe your parents. I was like, I would never believe anybody again if I was like, there's no
trust
monster
issues would be out the window.
Oh yeah, I'd be terrified. Like you're already in a vulnerable state when you're sleeping. But yeah, okay. So when I'm studying though, trying to do something like work related, and I'm cold and I can't fix it, like I can't throw a blanket on or like a jacket on, or if I'm hungry, I suffer. Like I kind of get this part of my brain is distracted by I've got to remedy this immediately.
Like your physical need needs to be met.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Before you can focus.
Yeah.
It's almost like a subconscious thing, but it just annoys you.
Yep. So whoever wrote this college hack is not one of us. Well, but thank you for submitting it. You can still submit college hacks and hot takes and guest recommendations at williamsbu.edu/The Williams Pulse. Go and do so now.
We hope to see it.
Should we move into the interview time?
We should. I want to know more about Miss Angie.
Oh,
You're in her office all the time. What do you not know about her?
I don't know. What do I not know?
I don't know. I'm a pretty open book. My door is open all the time. It's like a revolving door, and I love it. I love students to come in, and as we said before, and they study or whatever. I had a group I think it was last semester. They were like, we're going to the student center and we're going to study. And I'm like, okay. 5 minutes they were back, and I was like, I thought y'all were going to study. We decided to come back over here. It's too loud over there. And I was like, so I just.
What do you think it is over here?
Yeah. And
That's great.
It's funny because, some people come in and they'll just look at all the kids sitting around. And I mean, they're in chairs or they're standing up or they're, whatever. It's great. I love it.
When did you start at Williams?
It's September the 8th will be 3 years.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. What brought you here?
Well, I had worked in a public school for 18 years, and I just needed
Which
to
school?
change. Pocahontas, junior high.
Yeah.
Yep. And I needed to change, so I just started kind of looking around and saw the posting here. Miss Parson posted for an
She's
administrative
awesome.
assistant. She is. Her and Miss Hemshoot are great.
So you're the administrative assistant.
Yes.
And so do you like coordinate schedules and help
I do.
students
I
figure
advise,
stuff out? Okay,
I
you
advise
Okay.
freshmen,
Okay.
all of our freshmen that come in as
And-
business students.
And that's one of our biggest departments too, right? So
Yes.
so you're managing a lot of schedules and emotions, I dare say.
Yes.
Looking at you,
And
Truett.
we're very, our business department is very, very busy. We have lead meetings. That's our club is lead, and we have guest speakers that come in from finance, marketing, administration. The students come, of course, they get a meal, and they get to listen to the speaker, make connections, get into networking early on. Even as freshmen, they are invited to come. So, yeah, it's great. We have a symposium, which we have a competition against one another. And
What kind of competition?
like it's sort of been PBL was what it was before, but
Peanut butter. Okay.
it's sort of like FBLA in
Okay.
high school.
Future
Yes.
Business Leaders of
Yes.
America.
Yes.
That one I know.
So we compete. You can compete in marketing, business administration, or finance.
So when you say compete, like let's say compete in marketing, what does that mean?
Well, we have judges
Okay.
that you have 20 minutes to look over a case file and solve
okay.
your problem. And then,
What would a problem be? I'm sorry, like I don't know anything about this. This is so cool.
well, it might be like this specific company needs to spend so much money on this, but this is happening. How would you resolve it? What
Okay.
kind of money would you put out for it? You know, things like that. It's
Gotcha.
just you're problem solving
Okay.
for whatever their need is.
And it as I understand it, it takes a lot of what you learn from many different classes, and it takes, you have to budget and you have to market, but you also have to, think what would the
Coddle.
buyer want,
Yeah.
and so
Yes. And then finance would be a money problem. Administration might be how you would manage something, how you would manage people. And then you go in front of the judges and you present how you would solve the case. And then they judge to see who's first, second, third.
And who are the judges?
Oh, outside people.
Okay, it's
Miss
like
Parson,
other-
Miss Hemshoot, no.
Like other
a
business
lot
leaders?
Of,
Okay. Wow. So that takes out the bias from it. And then they just kind of say, okay, this is actually a really great plan. Or they say, actually, that's terrible.
Right.
You need to stay at this school a little bit longer and get this figured out. No, I'm kidding. But
we do a lot of that, and then we do community service projects. In the spring, we do another community service project, and we have that big career fair.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I had to
huge.
miss it this year, but the pictures, it was like
It was our
packed.
biggest one yet.
Really? Well,
was
last
so
year,
much fun.
last year, it was the biggest one up to that point, right? And I was super impressed last year, so that's cool. Do people find a lot of jobs when they go to those career
Yes,
fairs?
we've actually had a few that's gotten internships. I think you've had one on the podcast before, and they actually have led into some full-time jobs when they graduate.
Awesome.
Yes.
When I was redoing the website pages, and I started with business. Actually, I started with Christian ministries because that was my background. But then I did business, and the statistic of like 100% of the graduates find employment within 6 months or 6 weeks or something like that. How do y'all keep up with that? That's a crazy good number.
It is. I actually keep a spreadsheet, and when Miss Parson or Miss Hemshoot, students always text and say, or email and say, I got this job, job. And most of them have a job by the time they graduate. There's only been a few that has like into a month or so, and then they'll text back and say,
Sure.
okay, I've got the job, So, but yes, pretty
Sometimes
much.
it even takes a few months to iron out those details of like, okay, I know you say you're going to graduate, but are you really going to pass that biology class? And then when you do, we got one final round of interviews, and then, yeah, jobs just don't. The jobs that sometimes you really want don't just land in your lap, and then the transaction's done in one day. So I could see how that that just seems like a crazy number. So that's so impressive to me.
They work hard at keeping the business department going. It's a very good Of course, I'm a little biased, I guess, but I
Sure.
love it. I love the kids. But, I don't just have business kids in my office. I have psychology majors. I have education majors, They just kind of come in and hang out, and that's fine with me. I love it.
So you had said that Miss Parson calls this kind of your mission. What has been the most rewarding part of being an advisor and, just a friend? And
I love talking to students. I love hearing their background, where they're from. Like I said before, I've got to pray with some of them. They come in with a burden or they're nervous about something. And anybody's in my office, I'll just say, do you want to join in? So we just, we talk like that. Some of them say, okay, give me some advice. I need to know something. So I guess I'm sort of like a mother figure. And I don't know. I raised 4 kids of my own. So, it's nothing to do that.
Does that surprise you that that's still welcomed and wanted by college-age kids?
Yes, it actually did.
Yeah.
Being in the junior high for so long, those kids would come in, but they didn't have any kind of,
Sure.
needs like this. And so, but I've really gotten to close to a lot of students, and they'll just come in and say, okay, give me your opinion, or what do you think? And I'm like, this is pretty cool. Because my kids didn't ever want to listen to what I said, but I think some of them take it, they do listen. I've had a few come back and say, Miss Angie, thanks for the advice, because that was awesome. I did what you said, and it actually worked out really well. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I can speak from experience because last semester I was a freshman. It was my first semester ever at college, and you have to juggle so many things, with work, because I'm in Williams Works, and also these hard business classes. And I would say, Miss Angie, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this class. And she says, you got it. And she says, you're not nervous. You're just psyching yourself out. And you know what? I made it through all those classes. And so
Yep.
Miss Angie's that guiding star in the East.
I love it. So Truett's he's not a freshman. He's just a freshman now.
Yes.
But what's his life gonna look like in a few years? As he ages in or becomes an upperclassman in the business department? Does it get harder as you go, or does it just stay steadily hard? You just get smarter along the way, or what's that
Tell me
like?
my future.
probably a combination of both. The business classes, the upper level, are hard.
You
have
almost
to
said
be
brutal,
focused.
didn't you?
Well, some of them depends on
Sure.
some types of classes. If you
Yeah.
have them all in the same semester,
Yes.
rough.
Yeah.
But what I love about the business department, the 2 professors are amazing. They work with you. They help you. If you communicate, I think a lot of the students I've seen, and I've tried to tell them, communicate. Because if you let's say you're sick and you're going to be out of class, tell them that. Email and say, I am so sick today, I cannot make it. A lot of times they think, well, it's just missing the class. But, if there's a quiz, or if there's a test, or if there's something going on, you're going to want to make that up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
You need to communicate. I'm sick, or I've had a family emergency, so that's what I try to tell everybody I talk to. Make sure you communicate. Let someone know.
Yeah. And when you find that students do communicate, I mean, I'm assuming it's like everywhere else. They fall into graceful arms of hey, I totally get it. We'll help you out however I can. Meet me halfway. We'll get you taken care of. So, yeah, I do think that that's a real benefit that, I don't know. I mean, maybe other schools have it and we just are, we're naive to not know because I don't know anything different. But I do feel like I was taken care of in a way here that I never experienced either in high school or even in graduate school.
I think this place is the best. It's just, the love that you have for one another, the camaraderie. It's a great place. If you get your education here, you have an education. It's top class. And whatever department you get majoring in, it's going to be top class here.
Yeah. I mean, I'll add the caveat that I was an A student in high school and an A student in seminary. I was not an A student here. So, people cared about me. I felt the support and, and the love and the family. But, it was a tough, it was a big jump for me to go from high school to here. So, but I'm glad I did. So,
well, we have something really, really exciting going on. We have a new degree plan that has just been instituted, I guess would be the word, the Agribusiness degree. Could you tell us a little bit about that and what's so exciting about that?
We are definitely super excited. It's going to, of course, add our numbers. We're already the biggest department, so it's going to add some numbers. But, you look around and we're in farm country, so we really needed this agribusiness degree. We've had some students in the past that started out here, but they left because we didn't have that degree, and they really wanted it. And so some of them have come back and said, why didn't you get this a few years ago, kind of thing. But it's going to be great. It's going to have some agri classes mixed in with your business classes. Oh, you're going to be, ready to be into agribusiness when you graduate. It's going to be great. You're going to have so many, some of the business classes will implement the agri part into their classes. And then we're also going to get a professor to teach agri classes like plant and soil and stuff, like different classes like that.
Is that person being hired right now?
In the process.
In the process, okay.
It's confidential.
Oh, very politically put. Well, can I talk about something? And I'll keep as political as possible.
Yes.
Like, my dream job is to join the business faculty one day.
Here at Williams?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Where
yes.
else? There's no other school in my mind. And you know what degree I'd want to teach, though?
What's that?
It's the number one career aspiration for the American person right now. Social influencing. What if we had a degree called the social influencing major?
That would be amazing.
You would be great at that.
Wouldn't everybody want to major in that?
Yes.
I don't know of any school that's doing that, but we teach podcasting, photography, videography, how to design like a modern website. I mean, if you just teach all those skills of what it takes to either like market yourself as a social influencer or to do that for another business, who doesn't need those? Who doesn't want those skills?
I have a pen. Where's the dotted line? I'll sign.
Well, don't say
you're
that
not
too
leaving
loud.
me.
No, I'm joining you. See, I'm joining
okay.
the party. That's the goal.
Do you think?
That'd be awesome.
Do you think if you did join that there is a secret facility underneath this loan that they all
meet in?
that they all
and
meet
like
in?
drink special Kool-Aid?
Yes.
I hope so. It would be so cool if there was like a faculty lounge that I didn't know about, and then like
like a
I join.
basement.
Yeah. Oh, that would be.
A secret elevator in Miss Angie's office.
That's probably half the reason why that's my dream job, is to find
Yes.
out if there's other stuff going on in that building.
We'll never tell.
Well, that was like one of the government purchased buildings, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. At least at one point I was told that rumor may be over.
So
But it might have just been a rumor.
Rumor has it that they also get private helicopter rides from their houses to work every morning.
Okay, now you're just gossiping.
Rumor has it, though.
Okay,
that's all I'm going to say.
All right.
I would say that's a rumor.
Okay. Well, now that tea time's over, Ms. Angie, thank you so much. I feel like I learned so much, and I hope you, put a good word in with your office mates over there that Bill Jeffrey wants to start a social influencing degree so that we can, attract every student in the U.S. to come here to major in social influencing.
You'd probably need to hang out in my office a little bit.
Okay.
Because that's where the kids are.
That's where they are.
She has airheads there, too, so it's not like boring.
When I brought Truett there last year to work on your degree stuff with you, that's when I discovered you had all these amazing snacks over there.
Yes.
Is it okay that we're talking about that? What if
Sure.
people find out that you have amazing snacks that
That's
didn't
okay.
know? Okay. You're welcome for more.
Yeah. My husband jokes with me and says, when I get some candy, he's like, "You're just trying to bribe those kids into liking you." And I said, "Whatever whatever works."
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I if they come in, some of them come in and say, "Can I have some candy?" I'm like, "Sure," But a lot of them come and stay.
Yeah.
Stay and talk and say, "I've got a class in 15 minutes, so I'm just hanging out in here." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." So
We eat candy and film TikToks. It's very fun.
I love it.
And do homework.
I love it.
This has been
And will continue to be
the Williams Pulse.